as a team after reviewing the tape for the preseason game?
It was a lot of good takeaways from the game. I thought our execution was really solid. We got up and down the floor. We scored in transition. We shot 43s, which is one of our goals. And not only did we shoot them, we took some good shots. So defensively, I thought we were sound. And we'll continue to assess, grow, learn, come in and try to improve in certain areas. But overall, I thought the energy, the spirit of the team, the way they shared the ball, our defensive foundation, rebounding the ball was solid.
And you guys have talked a lot about wanting to play with pace and using DeJounte kind of as a guy who can create that pace. How much has the message been to him? Hey, you can get off the ball early, and that's a way for us to play fast and trusting your teammates, as they move up the court.
Well, it's something that we want to do, and it's something that he wants as well. DeJounte, he's come in right away and made it a point of emphasis to get off the ball, to get it up quickly to guys, and he knows that it'll get back to him, and when it does, that's his time to operate and, attacking closeouts or pick and roll situations. So it's been great to have multiple guys that can handle the ball, shoot the ball, and also, we got a ton of guys that can defend.
We were talking after the game just about how much the game has changed. Do you want to take a guess of how many three-pointers the 03-04 76ers attempted per game? I just got curious to look it up.
I'd have to say less than 20.
12.
12. Yeah. I figured.
I mean, how crazy is that? Like when you're first year in the NBA, 12, and you're coaching a team and talking, hey, I want to take 40.
Yeah, it's to me it's great to see the NBA players, GMs, presidents of teams, coaches just evolve and understand that we're not going to throw the ball down in the post 75 possessions. We're going to open the floor up. We're going to try to play faster. The three ball is important, and more and more teams are. I almost have to say almost every team plays that way now, and I think it's a fun game to watch.
Also, kind of speaking of your playing career, Jordan had a really good game. Monday, you start a second year. Do you remember what the biggest difference between your rookie season and your second year was, as far as just being adjusted to the NBA and the jump that you can make?
Yeah, for sure. Just the confidence, knowing that you belong, having a good first season. But then the off season is important. You have a better understanding of what to work on, how players are going to guard you, the strength and speed of the league now. You've adjusted to that. So you come back to your second season with a bit more confidence, a bit more understanding, and how to continue to be a really good player in this league.
Willie, you mentioned the other day needing to feel more comfortable with a team shooting more threes. What's a good shot? What's a bad shot? Do you feel there's a similar type of transition you've got to go through in terms of small ball? Like, for instance, not having a traditional center, being worried about having size out there. Is there, like I said, you have to go through something similar regarding small ball too?
Yeah, you do. Anytime you're breaking up like sort of non-traditional, the way you've been doing things or your routine or what works for you, it's something that the more we do it, the more I'll get comfortable. The more I know it's the right thing to do. I know it's the right thing is to shoot 40+ threes and really good shots, not just come down and force them, but catch and shoot mostly. I know we're going to be a team that at times on the floor we're going to have small ball, positionless, wings all across the board. So it's something that I understand. I know that we're going to play that way at some time, at some point, but it does take time to work on it. It takes time to work on it and get comfortable doing it.
The NBA announced that Friday's game against the Magic has got canceled. How does that, alter your preparation? What are your thoughts on, getting 3 of these games right now, going into the season?
Well, my first thought is not even on the game. It's really just all the folks in Florida that are going to be impacted by this hurricane, and hopefully everybody's being safe. People get out, and that's the most important thing. It's like we got to do what's best because of the circumstances right now. So, we would like to be able to play 4 games, but this is more important, and we'll see what happens after this, but not a big concern at all.
We know this team lost a lot of quality bench depth from last season. How you like how the young guys are progressing? Hawk, Antonio, Yves, kind of keep up that consistent group that was here last year.
Yeah, it's going to be next man up mentality, and we have extreme confidence in our group. And every day they're coming in, they're working at it, they're consistently taking in the concepts and trying to go out and apply them. And that'll be the deal for us, is just continue to grow, continue to improve, and continue to trust the work.
And you talked on Monday about being excited to see Antonio play. His shots weren't necessarily falling, but was it good just see him be aggressive the way he was?
He was a little nervous. But it's expected. You know, his first time ever being on an NBA floor with that type of setting, a preseason game, you know, it's to be expected. And now, you know, kind of settle into yourself, continue to take those shots, continue to be aggressive, and, you know, he'll keep getting better from here.
Was Brandon able to go today?
Yeah, Brandon was a full go today in practice.
You know, as far as you know, for Sunday, are you planning to use everybody or anything?
Everybody is healthy and ready. B.I. won't play into the last game. He'll play the last game of preseason, something that, you know, he's talked about with us as a staff. He's fine, but he's still, you know, just working through some kinks there. So expect him to be ready the last preseason game.
Willie, do you expect for this to carry in the regular season to where maybe you do have to monitor his workload at least the start of the regular season, because he's only going to appear, one preseason game, and you have to kind of ramp him up, it sounds like?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it can be something that we definitely have to pay attention to. I'll talk to our docs. They'll come up with a plan to attack the season for BI, and, you know, we'll go from there.
Team just getting the feel on the NBA level.
I mean, it's a blessing just being able to step on the court and have the opportunity to just play. So I'm definitely grateful for it.
And what was kind of the main message you got from the coaching staff coming away from it?
Definitely the following. Definitely something I have to work on. I mean, keep being aggressive, but then at the same time, try to protect yourself, not try to be fouling everywhere. So,
were your minutes everything you expected them to be? The physicality, the speed of the game, everything like that, or was there some adjustment out there, period, for you?
Not really. I mean, being around the team for a little bit, I mean, I kind of get used to it. So I was just more excited about playing against other guys. So it was definitely fun.
I think this is Daniel Tice's, 8th, 9th year in the NBA. Are there things you can just pick up watching him or being able to interact with him so far in camp and things like that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, every time we serving each other or see him on the court, he always got something to tell me, some advice that he got for me. So it's definitely great having him as a mentor.
With the fouls, is there a balance that you have to kind of go through between just being aggressive and just trying to not pick up so many?
Yeah, definitely. Just a matter of just being aware of whoever he's defending on. So I gotta be more careful about it.
Is one of your priorities to crash the glass on every possession? Because I feel like I watched 5 straight possessions. You went to the offensive glass every single time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that if I can just tip it out to someone and someone maybe get it. So always trying to be aggressive on it and try to get offensive rebound, another possession. Sure.
How has it been kind of adjusted on how just the little ways that the NBA is different from college, like the 3 seconds or where they call the fouls and stuff like that? How different has that been for you?
The 3 seconds is definitely something that is different from college. You can sleep in the paint in college, so it's kind of definitely different. But I feel like I get used to it. I didn't get caught for it last game, so it's nice. Just keep trying to work on it and then keep going.
Just getting your first preseason action with the team, kind of getting the feel for the NBA game.
It was great. Good opportunity to go out there, compete with different guys, and just whatever we did in practice, just implement it into the game.
What's kind of been the biggest adjustment, figuring out how you can be effective on this level?
Just doing the little things, just being out there, competing on the defensive end, rebounding, those things, will help you stay on the floor.
What do you think is the biggest change maybe defensively? Is it just the talent of the guys, the speed, the style of play? What do you think is the things that you have to adjust to defensively?
Yeah, speed, physicality, and the type of players. Everybody's good in the NBA level, so you definitely got to go out there and compete at the highest level, at the 100%, and just go out there and work.
What do you think about just the talent this team has in the backcourt? I mean, throughout DeJounte and CJ starting lineup the other night?
Man, it's excellent backcourt, man. I can learn from those guys, just watching them play out there, ask questions, and just feed into it. It's a great backcourt back there, and I'm really appreciative of, to have that.
I know you're a Chicago guy. I was just wondering, what was your perspective watching Derrick Rose obviously just retired. What was your perspective, watching his career and all that he did since he came out of Chicago?
Man, I've been watching D Rose since I was younger, since I was a baby. Just as soon as he got in the league around like 2008 until now, I watched almost all the boys' games, and I'm very appreciative of him. He's from the same city as me, and I definitely learned a lot from him.
This is a team that wants to play fast, attempt 43s a game. How exciting is that for you? That's something that plays to your strength offensively.
Yeah, definitely. I get out of run and transition. Those guys find me, out there just running corners and, just being ready to shoot. I always been ready to shoot, ever since I was a little kid. This is my dream. So, definitely happy about that.
And Tony, what do you think about the team's goal, right? The coach's goal of trying to get up 43s every game. How attainable is it? And do you think you guys can be like one of the best shooting teams last year? Because last year they shot really well.
Yeah.
They just didn't get up enough attempts.
Man, definitely. We got a lot of great shooters on the team. We just gonna get out and run, and just adding someone like me, just contributes to that. So definitely, ready for that, ready for those opportunities.
Who are the guys you've been kind of leaning on so far, just to kind of bring you along and just help you out, through this process?
All the older guys, I ask all of them questions, like CJ, DeJounte, those guys, definitely. But, mostly everybody that's a little older, I just ask questions because they've been at the NBA level already.
And what's the early impressions of Willie Green and what he's like as a coach?
He's great. He's definitely comes up to me, talks to me all the time, what I need to do out there on the floor. And, whenever I need something, he's there. So, yeah.